Hi everyone, you're with Tesla Tom, and thanks for joining me on my YouTube channel where I talk about all things Teslas, electric vehicles, and renewable energy. If this is your first time to the channel, please take a moment to hit that red subscribe button right there. That way you stay informed of any new content, and it also helps my channel to grow. Today we're going to talk about valet mode and what's exactly available to you when you activate valet mode, including a couple of things I found surprising as well. And I can tell you straight away that the acceleration is not the same in valet mode. All that and more coming up right after this. Right, so to activate valet mode, it's very simple. You just press the profile icon right there, and you just select valet mode. Now we've got pin to drive on our car, so I'll just put that in right now for you. To disable valet mode, you press that again, and then you put the 4-digit pin number for valet mode. You can also clear the valet in the Tesla app. You just unselect valet mode there like that. You don't need the pin. You can also clear the pin as well, and they'll ask you whether you want to create a new pin the next time you enter valet mode. So I'll just put no for now, and I'll put valet mode back on like that. And as you can see right there, valet mode comes up. Now, one more thing I want to show you while I'm on the phone app, you can also put speed limit mode on as well. This might be handy if you are putting new tires on or getting your car washed, whatever it is, and you don't want them to be hooning around in your Model 3 basically. So what you can do is just put speed limit mode on. You want to put your 4-digit pin in there to activate this speed limit mode. You can set whatever speed limit you like there on the phone app. So, you know, say for example you don't want them to go any faster than 80 kilometers an hour, which I think is reasonable enough for most roads in the city, and then just set the speed limit mode and put a pin number in. Now let's go through valet mode and find out exactly what you can and can't do. You can't select Wi-Fi using these icons up here. You can't select the home link, which I've got set up for my home. You can save dash cam footage, but you cannot access the saved dash cam files. You can't touch the Sentry mode unless you put the valet pin back on. And of course you can't select any other profile, of course, without putting your pin back in. You can't press the Tesla icon for information. You can lock the car. You can't navigate anywhere on the map, as you can see. You can zoom in and out though, like that, and you can recenter as well. You can change from satellite to just map view like that, and you can also toggle on and off traffic mode if you've got premium connectivity. You can also find out where the nearest chargers are to your location. Importantly, without navigation, you can't find out where your home address is. Let's have a look over here. You can open the charge port, and I can show you that the charge port has opened, and you can close it as well. And I'll come back to charging in 1 second. You can open the boot like that, and I'm going to have to go back out and close it now in a second. You can't actually close the boot from inside the car. In fact, I'll go do that right now for you guys. You can activate the rear camera like that and open the charging screen, which I might as well go through right now. You can change the charge current from here. You can actually set the limit of the charging currently, and you can schedule charging as well from here too. And it looks like you can supercharge as well, I would think. And you can do voice commands. No, you can't do voice commands. That's interesting. Let me close this to double check. No, you can't. Let me just use my right steering wheel. No, so voice commands aren't activated. You can activate the wipers as well from here. And you can also find out information about the last time you charged. Let's have a look at the volume. So you can adjust the volume of the car, thankfully. Let me just turn it off for 1 second. And you can adjust the demisters like that. The windshield. You can put the heating of the seats. I'll just come back to that in a second. Let's go to air conditioning. Fairly standard here. You can adjust the air conditioning vents. You can put it on climate mode. Basically the air conditioning stays on when you leave the car until the battery reaches 20%. You can put dog mode on. You can put camp mode on. You can customize the aircon to fine detail. So fan setting, recycle air, where you want the vents to open like that, or could put it back to auto, and then you can adjust the seating like that for heating, and then turn it off like that as well. So let's have a look at what you can do with the entertainment screen. So Toy Box isn't activated, which means that you can't play the games. You can't access entertainment also, which means you can't access Netflix, YouTube, Twitch, all those kind of things, all the kind of media. You can't access the web browser. Charging we've gone through. You can have a look at the consumption of the vehicle, and also the range, both average and instantaneous. So Trip is inactivated because you can't actually navigate as well, so that's handy to know. Come back here. So camera we've done. You can look at the back. Okay, so calendar doesn't come up because my phone is not connected to the car. and neither is the call setting either. So you need to connect a phone as well if you want to make a call. Let's have a look at the settings to see what you can and can't do. So lights, it's all available to you obviously. You can adjust the mirrors, the steering wheel, which is fine. You can fold the mirrors in, you can lock the windows, you can adjust the brightness. All the lights are the same as well, and that's only limited to the valet setting. It won't affect anyone else's profile. You can adjust how you want to lock the car. You can have child lock, you can unlock on park, you can have the lock confirmation sound, which is the car horn, and you can have the walk away door lock function as well. For display mode, you can have day mode, night mode, automatic, auto brightness, screen clean mode, what language you want, different formats for time, energy, kilometers, temperature, and the tire pressure. Now driving, you can choose to have chill or sport. You can choose the steering, regen braking, stopping mode. Track mode is thankfully disabled, which is great. You can customize the track mode even though you really can't use it, so that's quite interesting. You can do a slip start. Now this is one area which I feel probably shouldn't be allowed in valet mode, and that's autopilot. I mean, autopilot is still technically beta, but you know, you can still play with all the settings here. Navigate on autopilot is available, but you can't navigate with the map, so I think that's probably just a setting that's there, but you actually can't use it. You can put full self-driving visualization on, which I'll put on now, and also traffic light signals, reactivity, which I'll put on, and also summon as well, which I think probably shouldn't be allowed either, technically speaking. Although if you don't give the valets your phone, then you probably can't use the summon function. So again, just the setting there, but probably you can't use it if you haven't got the phone or the app to activate the car's summon function. I'm going to go for a drive a little bit later on to see whether autopilot does work on this car. I'll just put navigate on just in case. I doubt I can use that. You can customize the navigate on autopilot settings as well. And speed limit warning, speed limit settings, forward collision, lane departure avoidance, all the safety features are available as well in the valet mode, but I feel like this probably shouldn't be here technically. Navigation settings, you can change all that as well on valet mode, and safety and security, that's speed limit mode I was talking about before. You can put that on. Service wiper mode does come on, and that's, you can see there the wipers have come up to clean the car, and that's handy if you are bringing your car to a car wash. Towing is available. Wheel configuration is also available as well, and you can look at all the error messages that have come up prior to at this point in time. And you can technically do a software update as well in valet mode. Now there is one thing in valet mode where I feel like it shouldn't be available, and that is the music settings. Now I've got my fingers over this area here of the Spotify screen because, you know, Joy's email address is right there, and that's her Spotify account settings. And that brings me to a larger issue, not just because her email address is available, but also because all the Spotify settings are actually available on valet mode. I mean, realistically, that's, you know, some people might like to keep that private. So, you know, I feel like Spotify, all your settings shouldn't be there on valet mode. It should be logged out automatically, or at least just the generic Tesla account should be available and not the private account. I mean, same thing with TuneIn as well. All your TuneIn settings are also available. If you have a TuneIn account, of course, we don't, but I'm just saying that shouldn't be there. And karaoke is available, and your radio stations are also available as well. So just the one thing about Spotify, I think that shouldn't be there. Alright guys, well that is basically a rundown of what is available on valet in the settings of the car. We're going to go for a drive now to see whether autopilot is available on valet mode. Let's go take a look. Alright guys, so here we are on the open road, and I can tell you straight away that the acceleration is not the same in valet mode. I'll just double check that I haven't got it on chill mode. No, I've definitely got it on sport acceleration, and I just cannot get the same acceleration that I normally would with just on my normal profile. So that is very interesting indeed, that I can't accelerate as quickly. Probably a good thing on valet mode. Keeping in mind this is a performance Model 3, so normally I can definitely, for example, beat that Mercedes AMG right there next to me. But not today. So that's probably a good thing that it can't accelerate. So I guess the next test is to see whether we can actually activate autopilot on valet. And that was the big question when we were going through the settings before. So let's double tap the stalk here on the right. And no, looks like I can't activate autopilot. Can I activate cruise control? No, I can't activate cruise control either with a single tap. Alright guys, well that is comforting to know. I can't activate autopilot. So I guess it comes down to that one thing I was concerned about, which was the Spotify and TuneIn settings when valet mode is on. Otherwise, it looks like it's pretty straightforward, and it makes a lot of sense that a lot of the functions aren't actually available to you if you're on valet mode. If you are bringing it to a car wash or service or tire change or something like that, that the functions are limited, and you've got that peace of mind that you can leave your car fairly safely without the fear that somebody might go out and thrash it on the road without you knowing. Besides, you've got Sentry mode anyway in the car. If you wanted to really check up on someone if they're looking after your car while you're not around. Alright guys, well thank you so much for watching. If you've liked that video, please give it a like. I'd really appreciate it. And also, if you've got any other pearls and tips with regards to valet mode, I'd really like to know it. I'm sure the viewers would as well. Please leave a comment below. Really appreciate that. And of course, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Alright guys, well stay safe, and until next time, happy charging.